How did Romeo help you when you first came into the league?
Um, yeah, Rack, he's just a coach that is really big on the fundamentals of the game. You know, knowing where your gap is, knowing where your responsibility is. I still remember to this day, he still preaches it. Just like the first day I had arrived here in Houston, he said, "Do your job first, and then help out." Just real big on the fundamentals, because doing the fundamentals and doing them right um, is going to help the team overall play better. So he harped on that a lot, and it's helped us all.
What do you think about the energy he's shown in the locker room after the game when he was dancing, but also just on the practice field?
Man, huge, man. I mean, that's part of what makes Rex such a great coach is he really knows how to get the energy out of the guys, and that's part of his mantra that really makes everyone want to go out and play really hard for him.
Brandon.
Sorry about that. Justin, I just wanted to ask you real quick about Jonnu Smith. He's tied for second in the league in touchdowns. What is the key to defending a guy like that who's just so big and physical?
Yeah, he's one of the most athletic tight ends in the league. I remember he had a long run on us last year. The key to that is really just being physical at the line of scrimmage and making sure you stay on top of him because he's a guy that, he has long speed. So just make sure that you don't sit on his routes and let him get behind you because that's where he's most dangerous.
And then also with Derrick Henry, I imagine that you saw the play from last night and you've seen.
Man, who hasn't seen that play?
Yeah, and you've seen tape of him in general. Is that like a flashpoint for you, especially as a DB and for you guys? And, I asked JJ about this earlier in terms of maybe not letting him get to that second level so y'all don't have to deal with that. But what is that like for you as a defensive back when you see a running back who can do that kind of damage?
Yeah, and we've been playing with them against them twice a year for the last, or every year that I've been here, since I've been with the Titans. Really, you just a guy like that who's so big and strong and physical, you got to stop him before he gets started. So containing them in the hole before he gets around the edge, before he starts turning downhill would be huge. I'm going to advise anyone not to run laterally alongside him. It didn't really work out well for Josh Norman or other players that have done that. So you really got to be just physical, making sure you attack them, get low, and yeah, don't leave your chest open for him, man, because I hear he really likes that.
John.
Justin, could you talk about A.J. Brown and what you guys have to do to prevent him from having the kind of game he had against you last year?
Which week are you talking about?
With the receiver, A.J. Brown had a good game last year.
Yeah, he's a talented guy. I think most of his routes really just come off of the play action pass. They're going to run the ball a lot of times, 10, 12 times with Derrick Henry, and they're going to try to get you to bite up on the run and then try and hit A.J. Brown over the top. So if your responsibility is to pass, make sure your eyes are right. I think the whole game plan is really going to come down to fundamentals and eye control. If you're in man coverage, make sure your eyes are on your man. If you're in a zone coverage and they do play action, make sure you get to your zone drop so that way they can't just dig and dunk those passes behind you.
Did you have another one, John?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
Aaron?
Hey, Justin, what's the confidence like of the defense after having a best performance of the season against Jacksonville as you guys head into this game against a challenging offense?
It's a stepping stone for us. It felt good to win. But there's always things that we can get better at, even in that game. And that's what we're going to harp on this week. Just continue to be fundamental. The same what I mentioned earlier, even with Rat coaching. Do your job first and then help out. It's going to just be a big key in really stopping the run. This offense, basically, everything comes off of the run, the play actions, the boots. So stopping the run early will be a big key to success.
Justin, the whole season's been about managing the coronavirus pandemic. What do you think about how the league is adapting on the fly to situations, including the Titans and the Patriots and other teams, and just kind of how you guys have tried to manage it here in Houston as well? Thank you.
Yeah, the schedule across the league has just been chaotic. This is the first time I've ever seen a national football game on a Tuesday night. It was definitely very interesting. You see games switching every other week. I give credit to the staff here and the guys here and limiting our COVID exposure. We got to continue to do that. so that we don't get into COVID trouble like we've seen some teams have problems with, the Patriots, the Titans. And that's gonna be good. I think like the league's doing a decent job about it. I'm not the biggest fan of the face mask shields that we have to do in practice, but it's what we have to do, you know.
Cody?
Hey, Justin. With Tennessee being one of the few undefeated teams left in the season, how much can a win on Sunday continue to improve the mindset of the team, especially as you guys continue to try to turn your season around after 0-4 start?
Yeah, it'd be huge. More than anything about them being an undefeated team, this is a divisional opponent, an opponent that we know very well, that we play twice a year, every year. We know what they do. They're going to know what we do, and it's going to be a physical downhill game. And we're excited about these games, just like we were excited last week about our first divisional game. We're going to be extremely excited about this, especially since it's the next opportunity. It's a divisional game. You win the divisional games. That's a one-way ticket to the playoffs.
Brandon?
Hey, Justin, what's it like in the DB room when you guys don't have an interception? Are y'all at the point where y'all placing bets on who's going to get the first win? Or like,
yeah,
or what?
There's been opportunities. We started having a turnover belt that Coach Reid had made in practice, so really trying to encourage you guys to have more ball mindset as far as interceptions, punching the ball out, everything like that. We've definitely had opportunities. It's just got to finish them. That's what it comes down to.
Aaron?
I just wanted to follow up on your comment about the face mask shields. You're talking about the plexiglass above.
Yeah.
When did you guys start wearing them? Was that something that you guys just began doing, or have you been doing that for a period of weeks?
Yeah, we did that all throughout last week.
And that was something that the league director is more of a Texans thing.
I believe it came down from the league. They want us to do it. Yeah.
Anyone else? All right. Thanks, Justin.
Cool. Appreciate you guys.